This is the Airport Dynamic Analysis Tool, which is a planning and programming tool for airports or DOTs. What it allows is a repository for all of the airport data and allows you to look at a variety of planning scenarios across the top here. As you see, there's forecasts, financial, facility requirements. There's the output, which is kind of a management side of this, and then the airport layout plan. So from that perspective, it's a repository for all of that airport information that you have in those different categories. What it also allows you to do is use the AGIS information or publicly available GIS information and pull that in quickly and easily into the airport layout plan. So what you'll see here is this is basically publicly available information augmented by AGIS data for, in this particular airport, is the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport. So whether you have AGIS or not, it will basically create this automatically for an airport out there. And pull it in. Pretty easy to do, fairly quickly. You have an internet login, so as you see across the top here, you can log in, and that'll create this for your particular airport. So we'll go back to the scenario side of this. What this allows you to do is look at a variety of scenarios for an airport. So you could have things like this airport has, as an example, increased low-cost carrier, international service. There's also decreased legacy, decreased low cost, a variety of different things that you could define from the beginning that are likely to occur. If it's a system of airports, we look at things like airport closures, new regulations, new airlines coming into the market. Those sorts of things can be predefined. For those things that can't be predefined, there's also user-defined inputs, which are really anything. But in this case, we loaded up this with based aircraft inputs. So say a corporate flight department comes in, a large corporate flight department with 5 new jets. Maybe you want to look at changes in your CPI for your leases, or the next time we have new regulation, FAA regulation, AIP regulation, PFCs go up. You could look at that as well. So it wouldn't be until 2024. So you basically run through these scenarios, and that now updates all of these items across the top here. So now you'll see when you go into your forecast that there's changes within there for domestic enplanements, international enplanements, as well as based aircraft. So it updates your forecast based on those changes that you predicted. You can also click here and actually upload data to this to illustrate what's actually happening at the airport. So you create kind of a rolling forecast. So the forecasts are never inaccurate. They constantly update based on what's actually happening at the airport. Very easy, just point it to a file location. That's all you have to do. On the financial side, you'll see that any edits to the scenarios change your financial situation. So you can actually look and see, what does that new service mean to me in the various cost centers that I have. You can also do the same thing here with managing your financial information. Just point it to a file and upload those on a monthly or annual basis, so it keeps your financials up to date as well. On the facility requirement side, you'll see that, based on the scenarios we've uploaded, that you're going to need some new Jet A storage, additional airfield maintenance facilities. Within the terminal, there's a variety of deficits that you'll need to look at there. So the outputs, this can be anything, but under the output slide, which is kind of the management function, you'll see cost per enplanement, sources of revenue, expenses, those sorts of things. And then the ALP here. So the ALP will actually create whatever's needed at that airport as far as facilities go based upon those inputs that you have. What it also has is we're creating a ACIP module, which is under development now, and that will update your ACIP based on the changes that are occurring at your airport, including a pavement management function. So as your pavements deteriorate, it'll add those to your ACIP to indicate what's going to be required from that perspective. So this is your ALP at this airport. They'll need some additional parking, some changes to the roadway structure, some additional space within the terminal. And then there's also some functionality here for those of us that use the ALP beyond just a piece of paper. So you can zoom in, zoom out. If you're interested in taking a peek at, for example, what does it look like beyond the end of this runway to the road. So if you're having a chat about, how close is this road to the end of my runway, you simply click at the end of the runway here. Click to the end of the runway and pull that out to the road. You'll see that it's about 1,100 feet from the end of that runway to the road there. If you wanted to look at things like safety area, for example, we could take a peek and do that as well. again, click to the end of the runway. The safety area here, over about 250 feet, there's a drop of over 116 feet. So kind of useful tools there. We'll pan back out. Again, you can pull, and there's other tools that are pretty easy to use if you wanted to look at areas for a building. If you got a call from a tenant about fitting a plane in a particular hangar, you could determine, could they fit in this? Well, you got 20,000 square feet in that particular hangar. So those sorts of things are quite useful as well. Again, you can log in and log out, and different users could have access to different features, whether they're interested in the financial side, forecasting, or the ALP tools, whatever's appropriate. And that's basically a quick overview, the 5-minute overview of the dynamic analysis tool.